You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Christmas football. It wasn't that long ago. In fact, maybe just over a year ago, I made a video where the NFL came out and said, absolutely, we would not be playing Christmas games again this year. And I said in that video, I didn't know if I really bought that line of BS that Roger Goodell and his minions were trying to sell. And really, it's the NFL owners and their minion, Roger Goodell. But sure enough, I was right. The NFL figured out, what was it? Nature finds a way. What was it that Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park? However it is, they found a way to make Christmas football work. And the hypocrisy of it all is astounding. And Ben Roethlisberger has called them out, and we'll get to his comments in a minute, because he's crushed them over the obvious thing, right? The NFL has really changed the way the NFL game looks, especially to us that grew up in the 80s and the 90s watching the NFL. A lot of the physicality has been legislated out of the game. And you want to talk so much crap about how you're brave, stunning, and courageous on player safety, but then you play 3 games in 11 days and nobody believes you at all. It all goes out the window when it comes to cashing a check for the NFL. Well, wait a minute. You told us how you were worried about player safety, but you'll play 3 games in 11 days? There's no recovery going on there. I guarantee you that. And I don't have a ton of sympathy for the players themselves because they're making a lot of money. Okay, you're playing a kid's game. I mean, it is what it is. It's physical. You can get hurt. I think these players understand that. But don't feed us bullshit about how you're worried about safety and then you go out and do this. So, Christmas Day games. Jerry Jones was on 105.3 The Fan yesterday. And that is a weekly interview that some real gems come out of sometimes. But Jerry Jones has confirmed what I think we all knew was coming. NFL games on Christmas Day is never going away. No matter what day of the week it is now, much to the chagrin of Adam Silver in the NBA, it's now firmly the landscape of the NFL, which means, NBA ratings, forget about it. Y'all might as well pick a different, maybe is St. Patty's Day available? I mean, forget about it. The NBA tried to own that landscape, but when the NFL shows up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The moment the NFL did an abrupt about-face on its vow to not play games when December 25th lands on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, that's what they were trying to claim. If it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, we can't pull it off. Well, they're pulling it off. It was obvious that the NFL will find a way to play multiple games on any day of the week to be Christmas. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones confirmed the obvious during his weekly Tuesday appearance on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. Whenever Christmas happens, pro football will happen too. Quote, Christmas Day is Christmas Day, and it doesn't wait around for what day it's on. Thanks, Jerry. Jones said via Christian Arnold in the New York Post, we want to be there on Christmas Day. I would think the future is whatever day it's on, we're going to be there on Christmas. Wednesday is the toughest day to pull it off, and it really wasn't that hard to do it. Have the teams that play that day play on Saturday the prior week, and it's no different from a Sunday, Thursday turnaround. Tuesday is even easier. 4 or 6 games that would have been played on Sunday have their games shifted 2 days. From the moment the NFL said they won't be games when Christmas games are on Tuesday and Wednesdays, we knew that would change. First, there's too much money to be made. Second, why surrender the day back to the NBA? Absolutely. So the one thing we've learned this year about the NFL, because there's been Friday games, of course, as well, right? The NFL don't care what day anymore. All right. There used to be like an unwritten thing about not doing it on Friday nights because of high school football. And if you're in a place like I'm at, East Texas, yeah, people aren't going to stay home for NFL football on a high school football day. But nonetheless, the ratings were still big. So they're going to even play games on Friday, and we've already seen that. Now, enter in Ben Roethlisberger. And look, a lot of people don't like Big Ben. I happen to like Big Ben. I always did as a player. But he points out the obvious. I mean, hey, you want to talk about player safety and all that? I believe it was DeAndre Hopkins that called him out the other day, too. It's all a bunch of BS. If you're willing to play 3 games in 11 days, shut the hell up, NFL, about any kind of safety bullshit, because nobody buys it now. All right? What's worse is you've actually made changes to the way the game is officiated and played, supposedly for safety, and then you play all these games bunched up together. Quote, "It's miserable," Roethlisberger said on his Football and with Ben Roethlisberger podcast. "It's a shame that the league does this. It shows that it's all about money, and this is the way that they can make more money and figure this thing out because it's not fair to the players." I think we know that. Yeah, I think we knew that. The Steelers lost to the Eagles December 15th, then fell to the Ravens this past Saturday. They'll return to the field just 4 days after the Baltimore loss. You want to talk about injuries? Making the game safer, changing the kickoff rule, preventing guys on hip drop tackles and concussions, this and that and the other, but you're going to make guys play the most violent game in the world, arguably 3 games in 11 days, Roethlisberger said. I mean, there's no time for your body to get healthy and rest. And he goes on to talk about the fact that Roethlisberger played forever. When you're going from a Saturday to a Wednesday, your body is not recovering fast enough, Roethlisberger said. And now you're asking these guys to go out and play and beat each other up, and it's a shame. It's obviously a money thing for the NFL. And I know I'm going to be watching. People are going to be watching, so they're getting what they want. I feel bad for the players. The holidays, you want to be home with your family too. That's tough. And then he goes on to talk about, of course, what Jerry Jones just talked about and what we just talked about. But, yeah, it's not going away. I said my biggest issue with it, we talked about it yesterday in a video I did, is the Netflix thing. It's the streaming part of it. If you're going to have these games on, let it feel and be more traditional in the way that you have Thanksgiving Day games. Don't put them on streaming services. Put them on over-the-air antenna, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, so anybody that's got an actual antenna can watch these games for free. Again, I'm all about capitalism, but come on. I think there's a couple of spaces I don't want to see streaming games. I don't want to see them for playoff games, and I don't want to see them on these Thanksgiving, Christmas Day games. Let anybody that has an antenna be able to watch these games for free. Like the old days. Yeah. I mean, seriously. Streaming, the farce that was sold to us on that about it's going to be so much cheaper than satellite and everything else. Satellite, cable, oh man. Now, what, $89 for YouTube TV or $100 or whatever it is? Wow. And throw in every other, I think I got 7 other services besides it. God, I ought to go back to Dish Network. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.